What a day here in the West as we get competition underway in a big way. We're setting up quarterfinal heats and a huge clash here. Yago Dora, last year's world champ. He just finished runner-up down at Bells, taking on Connor O'Leary, who's one of those top seed surfers who we expected to put in a great... Yeah, most definitely. So Medina turned in a 5.1 on that last wave. He's left Jack Robinson looking for a 5.94. Look out. We've got Yago up. And on this left, he could do...
Probably didn't hit it as hard as what he wanted, as we see Connor.
Yeah, Connor O'Leary. Well, here we go. This was the replay of Yago, and this was a 6.67. Huge blast. And that was the, wrestling that final finish. Yago, he has been so good ever since he came on the CT, of giving you those big individual turns. But, we're seeing so many different versions of a big turn from Yago these days.
That's all we have. I'm happy with the win.
Mate, just this campaign so far, first heat was pretty cruisy. That one was a little tricky. You must be looking forward to really, letting your surfing open up.
Yeah, just it's hard when it's windy like this.
We know Medina's had a victory here, but if you look at the entire tour schedule, Bells and Margaret's have been kind of challenging for him, and he is on his way to solid results from both these first two events. As we see Connor O'Leary trying to answer back to Yago Dora, who dropped a 6.67 for a single move.
Basically averaging an event win, I think it's every 5.5 events. It's pretty incredible, right? So when you think to the events that he's got coming up, Tahiti and Fiji, where he's done so well, as we see Connor. Leo giving way to Connor.
Yeah, Connor O'Leary, he's chasing here at the moment, finds a section.
Oh.
Pushes hard, just knowing that he needed to make something of that final move, and he's going to go down. With the surfing we've all seen him do over the years, that he was just going to get on that magic run, but the tour can be cruel. I think there's a lot of surfers in the same situation who aren't taking good results from these first two events. Here goes Yago on the left, catches a rail, driving into that first turn and gets out of there. And here we go, a bit of movement. And Connor O'Leary giving way to Yago there, and Yago kicking out. He's just playing the chess match beautifully here at the moment. And will Yago clear the lineup here for Connor to potentially take a wave on the outside? Connor's going to fight his way into position. Can't see him paddling for anything at the moment, though. And the world champ.
Previous to this, he was keeping a 9th as his best result over here in WA. So Yago improving every year. He comes back to this stop, and yeah, I'm gutted for Connor. He's one of my favourite surfers, but I'm looking forward to seeing him back near his hometown at the Goldie.
Impressive start from Yago. One big blast was really all it took. He backed it up with a high range 3.
Thanks, Joey. Yeah, Yago, before we get into the heat itself, let's just talk about that one moment, man, because if there's one thing surfers love to see, it's a goofy footer squaring up on the main break right and just clobbering the living daylights out of the thing. That wave was sick, but gee, you did well to hold on to it.
Yeah, exactly. That was a really difficult heat. Actually, in the end, me and Connor were looking at each other like, bro, it's so hard out here. And I'm glad I had that one pocket to do a big turn. And me and my coach Leandro were actually watching the waves before, and they were like, if you have an opportunity to do one big turn on a wave, you'll probably score well, because the waves were so broken up and hard to surf. And that wave, I knew I had the opportunity to do a big turn, and I just went for it. It was really hard to make it out of that, a lot of turbulence, but I was holding for dear life. I had to make that wave, and yeah, that was the heat pretty much. After that, Connor had a few smaller waves on the inside, and we were just kind of lost at sea out there. The bigger waves started coming, we were getting wash-throughs, and yeah, it just got really hard.
Mate, it's been a near-perfect start to your title defence, making the final at Bells, obviously. Now you're into the quarterfinals here. Is a back-to-back world title absolutely the main goal this year, or are you sort of just cruising through the start of the year, see how things go?
Yeah, for sure. It's my goal. Always when you win something, there's a new page that opens, and you can do something even greater. And yeah, I want to be better than I was last year. The start has been better, so I hope to keep going. Looks like we're going to have a few late days now, so time to reset and get ready for finals day.
That's it, man. Well, another job well done. Congratulations on making another quarterfinal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.